and welcome to another Dark Rain video. This time I'm going to be showing you how to stack heal over times with electric, which I know is much better at burst heals, but people are utterly convinced that it has no heal over times. It does, it's just that they're not particularly clever. Two of them are more like residual effects, one of which is a heal over time. It's better in a raid group, but the raid has to be very tight. And the other one, of course, is Ionic Drain. So, what's first up? The loadout. So on my bar from left to right, I have Electrogenesis, Arc Lightning, Biocapacitor, Galvanize, Electro Burst, and Ionic Drain. What I'll do now is tell you how they function in combat. So, Electrogenesis, that is your heal over time. It's your main heal over time as electric as well. And it functions thusly. As soon as you cast it off of the bar, it goes to the closest group member at that time. And it places down 2 healing auras, one on you and one on the ally it has already hit. Now, anybody whom is in range of this healing aura will receive 1 heal for every second they are within range of it. But it's a small heal, but it's worth having, especially in tight-knit content like alerts. Now, if anybody's close to both of them, they obviously receive 2 heals. The only 2 people in your raid at any one time will only ever get 1 is you, because you're the caster and you have the aura, and the second one is whoever you've planted that aura on, they will also only ever receive the 1 heal over time. So what I try to do with it is, in alerts for example, I'll place it on the troll. I don't expect him to drain much aggro, that way both him and I are walking mobile healing auras for our DPS, who will be taking the beat down the majority of the time. Next up is Arc Lightning, nice and easy this one. Cast it off the bar, it strikes an enemy and then chains off and heals you and however many allies it actually gets to. So really useful heal, and it will also electrify anything it touches, which works in conjunction with Electro Burst. So it's for this reason I'm going to move on to Electro Burst. So what that does is as soon as you cast it off of the bar, you stamp your foot and cause a burst of electric energy. Now, you have to hit an enemy in order for it to work and give you a heal, and that enemy must be electrified. Now once you've hit this, it behaves like Galvanize, only its range is smaller, and it will leave a heal over time on your allies for 40 seconds. But I'd be warned, it's not a massive heal over time. Like I said before, it's more of a residual effect. But it is useful, and when you stack it with other heal over times, it really helps your healing. So your next heal over time is Galvanize. Behaves exactly the same as Electro Burst, only you don't have to strike an enemy with it. It will heal any ally that's in range of it, and even if the ally is fairly far away from you, as long as there's a chain of allies between you and the person you want to heal, it may make it to them. It is a bit risky though, so ensure you're in close quarters when you're using this heal. Again, Galvanize will leave a 40-second heal over time. So if you clip Electro Burst with Galvanize, you know that both of those heal over times will be up for the same amount of time. Next one I'll talk about, guys, is Biocapacitor. Now this is your standard 4-man heal and lays down your power interaction biocharged. So if your allies fall below 45% health, they will receive a heal immediately. It's very useful and you need to keep it up. Now once you've cast it, it will last for 2 solid minutes. You don't have to keep spamming it, but be mindful of it, because if it drops you might not notice. So try to keep it up as often as possible. Now last up, but by no means least, is probably one of the most beautiful healing animations in the entire game, guys, and that is Ionic Drain. It is absolutely stunning to look at, especially when there's multiple enemies around. It really is brilliant. Now this, once you cast it, will last for 4 seconds, and it constantly produces a high level stream of heal over times, and then finishes with a large heal. But the problem with the heal at the end is it's not massive. It's much smaller than Nature's Bloom and Celestial's Guardian's Light, and even Sorcery's Inoculation of Renewal, I think it's called. So yeah, it's probably one of the small cast times in terms of healing out. But when you're stacking the other heal over times on top of it, such as your 2 auras from Electrogenesis and your 2 healing over times from Electro Burst and Galvanize, you can see that it produces some pretty good green numbers, so you'll be constantly mitigating a high amount of damage. Now be warned, guys, this loadout is fairly tricky to use at times, especially if you're not used to using some of the powers on it. But make sure you use all of these in conjunction with your weapon mastery, otherwise you burn through your power bar very quickly, and the troll's going to get quite angry with you as you're constantly spamming juice. You've got to pick the right powers to use at the right time. Keep electrogenesis up at all times and try to put it on the ally who is generating the least aggro. That way you two can get nice and close to the rest of the group and heal them. As you can see, it produces some sickeningly good numbers, and it's a lot more fun than just using your traditional electric heals because they are so OP. It is awesome in alerts. But that's about it for now, guys. So, we are Dark Rain, and as always, we'll see you in game.